Right, time for another excursion in the wonderful world of Mega Man. At the very least, it's, I know I'm joking about, like, Hunter Tower and, getting the flashbacks to that Mag Mammal 3 marathon length of the stage, but, honestly, at the very least, I can be happy that I'm not playing X7, which, a low bar, but it's a good reminder, because earlier today I saw, Cyber Bear Druid playing a little bit of X7 today. He started that kind of out of the blue. I caught a little bit of it. Man, just watching him play 2 stages is enough to remind me of why that game is so miserable. Poor man. I had a dip right before he actually was able to get to Flame Hyanard, but I am probably gonna check his VOD later to see, like, just... Apparently, this is one person who's managed to never hear Flame Hyanard. So, like, I need to hear the blind reaction to, burn to the ground, burn! Yeah, it's gonna be good. But he doesn't know in the US version is the worst version. He didn't until I showed up. Hi, I'm Crash Icarus, and I, for some reason, have a gear spinning around my belly button. Let me, get rid of that real quick. There we go. And, I was the one who told, Bear that the US version is actually worse. That's not, it's worse. It doesn't make the game much better by switching off of it, but it's definitely worse. Thankfully, though, we are not playing X7 today. As I mentioned, we're getting to the Wily Tower. We finally get to actually experience the 100% original content here in the Wily Wars. And, I don't know, I'm jazzed. I think it's pretty cool. Get to bring my favorite 8 weapons of, given, what's the math on that? 24 weapons that exist. And then, my utilities as well. We all know Magnet Beam's gonna kind of be the dominant one there. It's a given. But yeah, I don't know. Let's get going. I'm excited. 22? Oh shit, right? Because Mega Man 1 only has 6. Damn it. I don't even get to have I don't get to have oil slider and time stopper in Spirit, or time slow in Spirit. Can't even stop time. Anyways, hold on. Make sure my headphone audio is good. Alright, stream audio is good. Alright, and let's just... Ooh, and my mouth is already desynced. Let's reset that before the stream goes any further. Alright, there we go. Okay, turn off the OBS preview for now. Minimize my reset. I don't need to do that. This is not... this isn't as graphics intense as Doom, apparently, so I'm totally fine. Anyways. Oh, we start right off with the Honda Civic car alarm. You metallic moron. I'm not finished with you yet. I still have a few 100 tricks up my sleeve. Ha 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 ha. These 3 robots were specially designed to smash you like a tiny can. Oh, tin can. Sorry, I thought you were also small. Small as this walnut, except smaller. Try not to go to pieces, Mega Man. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Main rule of thumb is always Crash Bomb and Hard Knuckle for each stage because of the walls. Yeah, true. And then no Super Arm because, Elect Beam can substitute him for the one time it's useful. Let's wait a little bit and let's not get to the main star of the show, Goku, today. Let's go and take out the other guys. I'm gonna go start with Mega Water S. I've seen Mega Water S's boss fight one time in my life, and I'm pretty sure it was very mild, to say the least. Equip any weapon or item you want. Wow. Slot. Okay, that's weird. You have to select the slot and then the thing you want. Okay, this is the bubble lead. This is the air shooter. Okay, quick. Oh wait, does he give extra advice about them? Taken from Woodman? No, he just reminds you where you got the weapon from. Excellent. Alright, well, so we get the Crash Bomb. It's a little bit of a cop-out, but I guess I'll take the Metal Blade. Why not? It's good. We can't deny that it's good. The Super Arm, no. The Elect, yes, we'll take Elect. We'll also go ahead and take, you know what? We'll take Hyper Bomb. It's not good, but it's fun, and I like fun. Mega Man 3's weapon set. This really doesn't do much for me. Magnet Missile's not good in this game. Hard Knuckle, we need that. Oh, Top Spin's good in this game, though. We'll take Top Spin. And then, how about Firestorm And air shooter, meh. I mean, I already have Metal Blade. I kind of have my directionality covered. I just need things that are like, you know, high damage. I guess Flash Stopper could be fun for situational utility, but if it's hard to use Flash Stopper when you don't know what's coming. It's good to use Flash Stopper when you have an idea of where it can be useful, but if you don't have that idea, then like, why are you even bringing it? I guess I'll take a proper shield. Well, no, I kind of already have Top Spin and Fire Spin as sort of shields. Let's take Spark Shock. Why not? We'll find a use for Spark Shock. We did it last time. We might as well do it again. Anyways, yeah, we'll take the Magnet Beam. We'll take the Rush Jet. And then items 1, 2, or 3. I don't think these are necessarily that different, so... I mean, when you have Magnet Beam and Rush Jet, especially Mega Man 3 Rush Jet, what more do you really need? Guess maybe item 3 can get me into some small crevices that the other things might struggle with. Alright. Each of the RMs have at least minimum a soft weakness to Hyper Bomb, so it's actually more useful than I think. Oh, sweet. Nice. Do item 1 or Coil as your third choice? That's fair. I guess I'm just going to give the weird Wall Walker a little bit of time in the sun, I suppose. Good luck, Mega Man. Alright, sweet. I like this stage aesthetically. It seems like a combination between Green Hill Zone and Centaur Man. I know that these are at least some of these are assets from Bubble Man stage, but you can see the Centaur Man DNA in this. Anyways, brings cool weapons, uses Mega Buster anyways. You know, that's how it goes. Let's see here. We said to bring both Knuckle and Crash Bomb because they... Yeah. Yep, I knew what you meant. I don't know what I said. I might have said something incorrect. Not that, but I knew what you meant. And you don't want to be caught with your pants down without the ability to destroy the game's walls, so... It's good to bring. Good to bring. Although I know that's like, I'm pretty sure they're not mandatory in any situation. It's just like, you know, bonus goodies. You get to actually use them. Oh shit! Right, I forgot. I have to use the, I have to use the D-pad if I want to use Metal Blade. Ugh. Okay, do I have anything like really effective against the fish? Spark Shock, go. Nope. Okay, can't even find a use for it here. Fry the shrimp? No, not very effective against the shrimp. Oh, this is weird. I get to use weapons that are not normally ever used against these enemies. Okay, Hard Knuckle, also not it. I mean, I guess Crash Bomb's probably good. Oh, right. I think we tried this before. It's not good. It's not good at all. Well, while it's just standing there like a Goofus, I might as well use, not use that. Look, I know how easy it would be to just absolutely kill it right now, but it's fun to try out new weapons. See what doesn't actually work. But that also seems to be interesting. They, unlike the original version, they run out of fish, or they run out of shrimp to spawn at you. Wily Tower stocks with 9 games, or 9 lives to start out with. Ooh, wow. Actually, yeah, let me see that. Oh, wow, that is very generous of them. How nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that jump without the Magnet Beam, you crazy? You give me the option to use Magnet Beam, I'm using Magnet Beam. Oh, damn Bun-Bee Copters. Still annoying as ever. So, yeah, what's up? Hi, everyone. How you been? What y'all been up to the last week or so? What you been up to over the weekend? I've been, I did my due diligence as an American, and I went to one of my local No Kings protests on, Saturday. It was, yeah, it was fine. It's the first protest I ever went to. It was, you know, mostly just a little bit of marching, a little bit of cheering and chanting, and then mostly just like speeches to listen to. It wasn't like the craziest thing in the world, which you know, I'm kind of glad it wasn't crazy. I didn't exactly need to, you know, find myself on the other side of a cell, and not be able to come to today's stream. But I would say that was probably, like, whoop, out the major event of my weekend. I also went out and got a haircut, and, yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I didn't really have time for too much else, because I was just kind of busy, you know, planning around that, and, what else did I do? Sunday was me doing a little bit of the video editing from our fun night of, Jackbox Gaming, so, you know, hopefully we'll all see that sometime soon. Ooh, birds in the ocean. Birds and fish in the ocean. Perry the Platypus! You went to another baseball game with a Sunday brunch to celebrate Father's Day. Very nice, very nice. Home team won again in the extra innings. Pretty good overall. Oh, sweet shit. Big Fish did only 1 damage. Oh wow, I didn't notice that. That's kind of sad. He exchanged his immunity to Quick Boomerang for a very pitiful ability to only deal 1 damage to you. It was like he had some trade-offs. Yeah, I didn't really do much for Father's Day. I mean, Dad and I don't live in the same state, let alone city, so it was kind of like a non-thing. I probably should have called him, but I was outside of a Happy Father's Day, Dad. I was kind of like, you know, busy with other stuff. Okay, so Mega Water S shoots at you. You're down there. Okay, and okay, you're supposed to slide or jump over him. I see. Oh, and shoot down his shield? I see. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be an annoying fight. He makes up for the fact that he just doesn't do any damage with his stupid little water gun. By being very annoying like this. Alright. Probably the most difficult of the 3, but it comes down to him playing very defensively. Huh. Yeah, I remember him actually being kind of a bit of a joke, because he's mostly like, you know, Flood from Super Mario Sunshine, but apparently my memory is wrong. Very wrong. Damn. I wasn't expecting to get spiked. Alright, I guess I should maybe lock in instead of yapping. Although I've said that before, and that's not gonna stop me. Oh wait, this is like way easier. Just stand down here and jump with good timing. Even if then it's not perfect, but I think I prefer this strategy. And jump. Oh yeah, this is much more my speed. I think his harpoon only does, yeah, it does 1 damage too. All right, or maybe 2. All right, bud, you're really not posing much of a threat up there. Might not be the way to get a perfect fight, but it's good enough. There we go. Yeah, it'd be cool if they gave you weapons. Mega Water S could give you a water shield. It'd be alright. I mean, I guess top 5 if it's like, you know, good at absorbing things, like Junk Shield, say, might be. Although I would think, I don't know, I would think in the ultimate cruelty of Capcom developers, they would just give you like the little water spout that he has, and you just have to deal with like pushing enemies into like pits or spikes or something like that. That's all you get. It would very much be a Spark Shock tier weapon. Oh, good. Hammer Joes. Just what I wanted to see. Alright, well, hold on. Maybe I can deal with them a little bit better if I don't have to use the Mega Man 3 weapon set. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's like, what, 4 Metal Blades? Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Okay. Oop. And got the Bunbies. Got my 1-up to replace my failures against Mega Water S. Why can I not jump off this platform? There we go. Okay. Bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Oh, that's not background. That's a solid wall. I also swapped to other weapons in between stages, even the Wily stages, in case I want to experiment. Yeah, true. I'll keep that in mind. I was good with my weapon set for now, but you know, definitely if it strikes me to bring Ice Slasher, I will have fun with that. Yeah, I remember that Leaf Shield is pretty Kino in this version, so I might give that a go too. I was considering that. Is this hitting the Joe? It sounds like it's hitting the Joe. Okay, it was just not doing very much damage. Does Clash Bomb fare any better? Well, it hit him at least. Oh, okay. Actually, it does the same thing with, like, the Joes in Mega Man 2. You want to hit him before he becomes vulnerable. There we go. What else happened recently? I saw that, apparently Spaceballs 2, The Quest for More Money, is real. I'm not usually one for reviving old IPs and making sequels out of them, but, you know, I'm a little curious. I enjoyed Spaceballs a lot. It's a very funny movie. Has one of my favorite movie quotes of all time, just being, you know, even in the future, nothing works. It's a great moment. So, you know, I'm interested in maybe seeing that whenever it's ready. I think it'll be fun. Of course, it as people are saying, though, it better actually be titled Spaceball 2, The Quest for More Money, because no subtitle has been released yet, and if it isn't faithful to what, you know, Master Yogurt said in the original film, then I think it's time to riot, basically. Wonder if they'll actually get Rick Moranis to come back to acting. Yeah, that would be... well, I don't really know much about actors and their current, life positions, but it would be good to get the original cast back. Or at least as much of it as possible. Spaceballs 2, They Fly Now. That would also be pretty funny. Metal Blade? Please? Oh, wow. Metal Blade destroys those guys. That's actually kind of impressive. That was 2 hits to destroy a junk golem. Okay. Room that I could risk my life in, or a room that I could summon Rush Jet in. The choice is obvious. And John Candy is out for reasons of being dead. Oh, well, see, yep. Crash does not keep up with celebrities, actors, and their current states of affairs. Awkward. But, we'll get as many people as possible, and I think we'll have a good time with it. It's kind of like how I was also interested in seeing the Naked Gun as getting a revival movie. I think that'll be fun, too. It looked pretty funny already from the trailer, so I'm gonna be interested in seeing that, and I'm not usually one for film. Okay, Hyperstorm H has Galaxy Man disease. Oh, right, he fires at you. He does something. It's a fixed angle, but he does something at the very least. Ooh, he does the Metal Daddy thing. I hate the Metal Daddy thing. They always fall on my head, but thankfully there's only 2 of them, so it's not that bad. And then he blows out. Okay, Hyperstorm H, wow, really has a big fixed pattern. Poor guy. And hitbox was actually not all that generous. I'm surprised I didn't get blasted by his backhand there. Hey Chris, what's up? Thanks for joining us. We're 2 out of 3 bosses in on Wily Tower. Well, I mean, we still have the whole tower to get through, but, you know, we have, of the Genesis unit, we've taken out 2 of the 3. Now we've left Goku, the best for last. Hyperstorm Mage also weak to Hyper Bomb, Firestorm, Atomic Fire. Also notable being the only Mega Man boss pre-Mega Man Zero era to have 2 health bars. Yeah, that is a very cool characteristic of him. I knew that going into it. It's neat. It's just a shame he doesn't really do a whole lot with it. He just makes the fight longer. Let's see. All right. Let's go on to Buster Rod. Goku. You're fighting that fucking monkey. Alright, let's see. What else could I bring along instead? Maybe check out Firestorm for a bit of Relief Shield. Keep top spin in for a little bit. Metal Blade, it's fine. Elect Beam. Do that. Yeah, we'll keep it that way. We'll maybe bring Leaf Shield into this. But, how you doing, Chris? Hope you're doing well. Doing anything interesting with your weekend? / entire week since, we last talked? Zap. Alright, cool. I jumped super early for that. I'm kind of shocked I didn't get punished for it. Alright. Aw, I didn't even get the pseudo-piercing on that. That should have hit both clouds. That's a little BS. Oh no, speaking of clouds. It's kind of hopeful to not have to see the jank platforms ever again, but it seems like my wishes are not granted. Metal Blade? Yeah, Metal Blade was good against. Oh, okay, interesting. There's not a cloud summoning on this one. Nice. I would have totally expected one to be lifting me up into the Hammer Joe. Oh, and hey there, Gabriel. Nice to see you there, too. No, it's a Mega Man stream, but since when you're talking... Yeah, you'll be talking about it again. What's your thought your submission with Scythe 2? So Scythe 2 was actually kind of... it was fun. It was fine. I think given that it was, you know, a first level, obviously, there was only so much about it that was interesting. I think it was maybe the most basic of the levels that I've played so far. So, I don't know. It didn't really stick out in my mind for too much. It was fine. I guess that's really the best I could say about it. We talked about Transformers movies and Avengers movies and, you know, general movie slop while we were playing it. I'm hoping that, what was it? Augur Zenith ends up being a little bit more interesting. I'm sure the rest of Scythe 2 is probably a lot more interesting, but, you know, given that it's first level and it's trying not to be too difficult and, you know, the curation for this was trying not to be too hard on me this first time through. You know, it probably wasn't able to be its very best, like no one ever was. I would say probably of all the submissions so far, I'm trying to think which one might have been my favorite from all the submissions so far. And it's not as easy of a decision I thought it would be. I thought that... I was going to say Neon Overdrive was pretty cool, although it really rocked my shit on stream. I was not doing so hot. I don't know how I managed to run out of ammo so quickly on stream, but it was still a pretty fun experience aesthetically and gameplay-wise overall. What other ones? Train Epic was pretty fun. Playing the one Alien Vendetta level that got submitted was pretty cool. Yeah. Pig Serpent's Pagodia that got submitted was also pretty cool. Alright, cool. It's fucking immune to Crash Bomb. Nice. In hindsight, you think Map 2 of Scythe would have been a little bit more interesting, but so it goes. Site 2 is very interesting and will beat your ass. Yeah, I remember everybody kind of saying that, like, you know, it starts off pretty simple, all things considered. And then it's like the last third is when it's like, okay, well, you're in the last third of the game. Go fuck yourself. Okay, Hard Knuckle, not doing it against this guy. Topspin, you wanna... No? Okay. Just trying new weapons against enemies that have never seen them before. Crash is oblivious to turning around to get the rockets and plasma during Neon Overdrive. Yeah, it really screwed me over. Once I knew that and just did it off stream, like, that was not a very hard map to UV max with no saves. I mean, it certainly took maybe 2 or 3 tries, but it was not the legendary 1-hour struggle that I was making it out to be on stream. I don't know what was up with me that night. Trinity College was a pretty fun map to play. It was nice to get to experience some pretty early Doom cute. It was, I mean, you know, it kind of dragged on from being a very, you know, large map for some reason. And I was saying this during stream, like, I didn't think of the fact that, like, I don't know, it's a whole college campus. I didn't think it would be that large, but it makes sense for it to actually be that large. I guess I'm just a little bit dumb. My head got smart, but my brain got dumb. Alright, on to Goku. Goku, what you got to? Ow. Alright, he does that. Big shield guy. Alright. Yeah, he's very... he reminds me of, what's that little jerk from, Mega Man Zero, Mega Man 0, 1, and 3. The monkey from that game. Yeah, it reminds me of that guy. I mean, I'm sure that guy was probably inspired by this one, given, you know, the same use of a rod and the same animal. Mr. Raji is a little bit brutal. I mean, okay, it seems like he has a fixed pattern, so maybe I shouldn't even try to bait him into, yeah, lowering his defenses. He's just gonna kind of... Yep, ouch. Ooh, junk sprite. Gross. Hana Machine. Yep, Hana Machine. That's the one. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. Just respect his pattern, and this should be pretty easy. Come on, jump up, get hit. Alright. Sounds good. Rhythm. There's a rhythm to this, and then slide over here. Don't get caught up in his shadow clone jutsu. Might as well just start referencing all the shonen anime at this point. Mix up Goku with Naruto, and then we got some JoJo we want to throw in here. Is there a JoJo stand that uses multiple different clones? Pretty sure there is. That's just escaping my mind right now. Okay. Oh, this is a shame. This is a fight that manages to both be boring, but one that I also need to pay attention to. He does also... I have also noticed that, like, he does have fixed angles that he can actually do his mid-air attack at, so... Theoretically, there should be a safe spot I could stand in, but... It hasn't... Trying to find that safe spot has not worked out well for me so far, so I'm not going to bother with it. Ow. Alright, come on, get in this time. It seems like I can sneak, like, the occasional hit in under his, or through his, deflection attack. But it doesn't seem to be perfectly effective. It's inconsistent, I think, is the word that I'm supposed to be looking for. I think it's like he reacts to like... Ow. He reacts to like your first bullet being shot, and then after that, he just kind of, maybe, he like lets it down for like a couple frames, and you can actually sneak a hit in there. Interesting. I think he probably put up the most of the fight compared to all of the other bosses. Something prepping his Bankai Devil Fruit Quirk stand domain expansion. Yep. Grim's the knowledged one on his shonen anime. Let's see. All the Wily stages are All the Wily stages are game coded for their enemy selection. Wily equals Mega Man 1. Wily equals Mega Man 2. I think I understand what you meant to say there. Yeah. I get you. He'll be back. He will be back in Spaceballs 2. The quest for more monkey. All right, let's go. Miscellaneous other things to talk about. I bought a new pillow recently. It was that brand called Purple. And, for $140, it's a pretty mid pillow, all things considered. I mean, it's a pillow. I guess it's kind of comfortable. It's nice and deformed, but... or it nicely deforms, but, like, I think one of the big flaws that it has as a pillow is the fact that, like, it's an awkward size. Like, it's slightly bigger than your average pillow, and so that means that most pillowcases don't actually fit on it. I'm sure that they also had, like, some, like, oh, well, do you want to buy the Purple Pillow brand pillowcase for $40? And my answer to that is, hell no, I don't. So I guess I'm sleeping on it bare, which is fine, but it's still kind of like, I don't know. I only bought a normal pillow because, like, I usually have, like, I've had, like, one of those neck divot pillows, for a while. And, like, that was pretty good for my, my neck overall. Like, I felt benefit when I first gotten the pillow. But, you know, it also kind of, now sometimes I have, like, this mild irritation of, like, ooh, I can feel, like, my ears, like, touching the divot in the pillow, and... that kind of keeps me up. Or it's just like a, I don't know, general desire for, actually, this time I would like to be in the comfort of a standard pillow. I don't know. Just something to switch it up a little bit. Point is, I could have gotten a regular-ass pillow and have been fine. But instead, I decided, I don't know, I've heard of this brand before, and I'll try it, and it seems cool, and, well, fell for marketing once again. And foothold. Do I really want to give this a shot? I'm thinking about the time-wasting bullshit that this is going to be, and I'm really thinking if I want to give the footholder section a shot. I'll give it maybe, like, 2 or 3 more attempts. After that, though, we're just gonna go and magnet beam our way through. We got places to be. Chris, you've been playing Octopath Traveler recently. Well, that's cool. That's like a RPG, right? That was, like, kind of the spiritual successor to Bravely Default? I've heard that was very good, both of those games. I'm just not much of a, you know, RPG man, turn-based RPG man myself. But, that sounds cool. I don't really know what the game's about. If you care to enlighten me, you're welcome to, you know, talk about how the gameplay is or what the story's like, that kind of thing. Grim, you say you have the 3-pillow setup of regular memory foam pillow for the head, body pillow for the right side, neck brace pillow for the left side. Yeah, I've also had a body pillow as well. I just kind of, well, I partially retired it because the zipper... Can you not? Like, you were coming and... fucking... I hate footholders. What was I saying? Oh, I kind of retired it for a while because the zipper broke, and I couldn't fix it. I didn't know how to fix it for a bit. I fixed it recently, and, like, I don't know, it's cool, but, like, the weird thing is that, actually, I just prefer having a regular pillow to kind of hug as I go to bed. Like, it is kind of nice sleeping on the side with a body pillow, I'll admit that. It's, you know, very good to wrap legs around and, you know, arms as well. But, like, there's also, like, a definite case of, like, I don't know, this thing is too bulky to just kind of have on top of me because I'm kind of becoming more of a back sleeper as I age. and like having all of that on me is a little much. Zipper? Yeah, there's a zipper on one side of my body pillow that, I don't know, it just keeps, like, all the stuffing and shit in. Well, I mean, not, like, directly, but, like, there's a, you know, it's a secondary container for the bag that contains the stuffing. So, yeah, I don't know, that's how mine was set up. Okay, fuck this. I'm not doing this. I'm magnet beaming my way across. I hate foot holders. Everybody hates foot holders. Okay, seems needlessly complex for no reason. Yours doesn't have a zipper. I mean, I guess this is just, it's so that way you can, I don't know, like, it's like why, it's like why you would put a pillowcase over a regular pillow, right? Like, you could just sleep, like, bare on the pillow, but, like, you know, that's going to lead to the pillow getting slowly stained more and more over time with, like, you know, your natural body oils, and if you just have, you know, a cover or two to put on top of that pillow, it's going to be, you know, protected from that. You can just wash the cover more easily than you can wash the pillow. So, like, it, you know, it helps in that sense. And, like, that's what the pillow cover on that body pillow was supposed to be for. And it sort of did that job, but it also didn't really like being in the dryer too much. And it did, in fact, get a little bit of, little melty from the heat. Of the dryer, so yeah, it, I don't know. Could have been better designed, I suppose, but it does its job, I guess. Oh, there's the one super arm, huh? I guess I could, really use that, elect beam. I do have elect beam, I could use that 1-up after something took all of my 1-ups away. Spark Shot finally became useful against the jumping robot. I know, right? You can actually make use of it against Big Eye. It's, now if there was more than just the big eye on the screen, I'm not sure how useful it would actually end up being, but, you know, it's something. It's discount Ice Slasher. Your body pillow can fit inside of its pillowcase, so you don't know what the purpose of the zipper is. Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, that's true. If you do actually just have the pillowcase around it, then you can, you know, do things that way. I've been going, my butter pillow doesn't actually have any covers on it. It's just that case that it came with. Okay, I think I see how to do this. So it would be that block, then that one to the left, jump up, and then wait there, jump up slightly, and then long jump. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. Oh, okay, wait, so that one, then that one, that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, well. Jumped too early. I'll run back here again. Okay, fine. Whatever, I'll take the other path. Oh, this is what it's like to have actually never played this game before. Crazy. Back to blind playthroughs. You just do the same thing with Ice Slasher. Yeah. It would be just as effective, if not better. But, you know, I'll take it. I'll do something to give Spark Shock some time to shine in the sun. Alright, well, let's freshen things up and take the alternate path. I guess, you know, the invisible blocks would have, was right before where the paths meet up again, so... Maybe this is considered chickening out of the bottom path, but whatever. I'm bored of that path. Let's pretend I didn't get stuck there for, like, 15 minutes. Don't remember if there's no checkpoints? I hope there's at least some. I don't expect there to be any checkpoints, yet. Like, it makes, you know, sense. Oh, cool. Hey, hey, speaking of things that make sense now, you can actually slide under this. It's not, just a almost guaranteed hit. More game overs I get, experience you gain. Oh, yeah, sorry, you're, I forgot about your Octopath Traveler a little bit there. That's actually pretty cool, though. Get more game overs and stuff like that. Played high quality design. That was just tribute to 90s JRPGs. Yeah, I thought it was specifically a, or at least it was made by the same people that did Octopath Traveler. I think. IDK. I didn't pay too much attention to either game. Okay, this section's kind of brutal with the lag. Slide. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the fire waves are blocking bullets. It's very unusual. I don't think that I like that. At least Metal Blade still kicks ass. I say as I miss every shot with it. Okay, and here's where the invisible blocks would meet up again, huh? Okay, there probably would have been like 2 screens of that. Okay. Fair enough. Leaf Shield might unironically be pretty good here. Yeah, there we go. It also just makes the game shit itself, too. Cool. Alright, pause for a second. We'll drink some water. Move my topics to talk about around. Alright, cool. Fire Snaky weak to bubbles. We don't need that. Damage from Buster, so it's pretty simple. Okay, cool. A good time. You suggest Octopath Traveler and Persona games as starting RPGs. Fair. I mean, I've heard Persona recommended to me a good number of times. It seems fine. I don't know. Turn-based RPGs tend not to be really my thing. Mega Man RPG was an exception. It was good. And, of course, Earthbound and Mother 3 are my goats, so... You know, those get the pass. Alright, yeah, Fire Snake is not very effective. He lags the game out pretty nicely. But that's not saying much, honestly. A lot of things lag this game out. Whoa! Fire! Snake! I honestly think that using Bubble Lead might actually be harder in this. You'd actually have to get up close to him. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the boss arena design is cool to have like the bouncy platforms, and that, you know, shakes things up a little bit. But I mean, ultimately, it's just very simple to dodge everything because of it. I mean, one of its attacks flat out doesn't hit you. The other one's fireballs, which that one could probably get pretty annoying, but if you stood in the middle, I'm sure you could easily dodge the individual fireballs. You know, standing in the middle was also the best for having the his dive attack go right over you too, so yeah, Wily didn't put his best into that one. Oh well. Time for the stage of very unfitting music. Yeah, it seems a little bit joyous and carnival-like. Like, this sounds a little bit more like what you'd expect in Clown Man stage. Oh no! The Metroids are descending very slowly. Okay, Crash Bomb Wall. I'll take that. Still do a little bit of implanting the bomb, so that way it takes out 2 walls. Nice. Ah, yes, and my reward is a mystery tank. Wonderful. I'm gonna take it that that's not exactly a very effective way of dealing with him. I think I also have a vague memory of, and I'm starting to get the lived experience too, of Topspin is literally only effective against enemies from Mega Man 3. It does nothing in all other circumstances. Or against any other enemy. Which, that's a sad fate if true. Spark Shock also not really doing much. I mean, doing even less than usual. And that's impressive. Alright, I didn't really have anything that was very effective against these guys the last time, so just, I guess, time for shoot. And the hotheads are unable to hit me. Nice. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, there's... Okay, more of these, huh? Alright, well, these ones aren't, you know, lording me over a death pit, so that's fine. It's one of the big issues with Wily Tower. Not many ways to experiment with weapons outside their desired use cases. Unless you're Metal Blade. Of course, the Metal Blade works everywhere, because of course it does. Hard Knuckle. You good at punching out dogs? That's not a sentence I really wanted to say, but unfortunately it actually is pretty effective, all things considered. Alright. I mean, not exactly like that hot dog actually presented a threat. It was kind of far off in the distance. Crazy Cannon, still exactly as annoying as you were in Mega Man 2. Alright, okay, Hard Knuckle good against the Crazy Cannons. I'll take that. That's pretty good. And there's an E-Tank up there. Alright. Let's go back. Punch. Slow punch. Bum, 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 bum. I forgot to mention, or I forgot if I mentioned this last stream, but I did. I made carbonara last weekend, some pasta carbonara, one of my favorite pastas, and one of the funny things is that I made it so right with so much cheese in there that it turned into like fucking mortar, a brick and mortar in my in my fridge. It's very hard to actually get out of the pot. I actually have to like. I kind of have to get my hands in there a little bit because it bends like the metal forks that I use. That I would normally try to get it out with. So that's good. That's a sign of good pasta right there. And so many calories, my goodness. I kind of felt the caloric bomb hit as I ate it for leftovers today, right before stream. Like right when it hit 8 Eastern, I was like, okay, that's, I feel the cheese and the cream kind of manifesting now. My energy just went down. Carbonara monoxide, true. That'd be a pretty fun challenge. Why not? Oh, okay, so that was another alternate path up here. Is it like... Oh, okay, man, there's a lot of alternate paths in this level. Holy crap. At least got some replayability, that's cool. Unintentionally making you hungry, no problem. Just wait till I get the confidence and set up to do a cooking stream one day. Then everybody will be very, very hungry. I will share my secret custom recipes with everybody, and you'll be very... You'll first be famished, but then very well fed as you learn to make recipes on your own. Oh, hello, very purple Joe Walker. You look like you're in the exact right spot to be hyper-bombed to death. If you would jump. Oh, it's doing damage. That's a good sign. Maybe not that much damage. I mean, it's safe. It's a safe strategy. Doesn't seem to be not a great one. Alright, well, that used like an entire weapons bar worth of hyper bomb, but I suppose it was fine. AI to generate a recipe he has to make on stream. Many war crimes have resulted. Yeah, I don't feel like making an AI generated recipe that calls for the use of, like, you know, glue or wood shavings. Oh, hey, look at that. Hey, look, Grim. It's indestructible. Don't you just love him? I was waiting to see this guy. Alright. Alright, we'll give him a shot without the electric weapons first before giving Spark Shot a chance to be valid. Because his speed is actually a little bit of a challenge here. Well, okay, that was a very inconvenient spot for him to stop. Dude! Stop! Stop! Oh, wow. Indestructible kind of fucks. That was supposed to be a slide. Yeet! Okay. Yeah, no, okay. Not good. His brother vulnerable ball. True. Well, you know, you know what they say, it takes two balls to make a pair. Two balls to make a sack? I don't know. Let's stop this line of inquiry. Oh, that was interesting. Took a hit even though he was in the invincible state. I guess his iframes don't make it... Like, the iframes make it so that the lemons don't bounce off even if they don't do damage. And then... No? 4? He doesn't exactly seem to have a fixed pattern of, like, when he'll do a high bounce. He just kind of seems to do a high bounce when he feels like it. Just very annoying for trying to do. And get him into, like, a rhythm. Also, he drops eggs? Why eggs? Alright, it's not... hold on, I shouldn't speak too soon. Ow. There we go. Boss's official name is still unknown, he's just called Iron Ball by most people. Yeah, that sounds familiar, actually. I'll forever call him Indestructible because of you, Grim. Dr. Wily kidnapped the boulder from Indiana Jones and gave him a laser attack. It's a pretty creative way of interpreting it. I think Indy would have had a much more difficult time getting out of the Temple of Doom if, oh, well, that wasn't... No, well, that was... I'm probably getting my Indy movies mixed up. He would have had a much harder time getting out of that temple if, instead of arrows being shot at him, there were lasers shot at him, and by the boulder, too. The boulder was a little bit more aggressive. I think Indy would be flattened. Oh god. I just spiritually vomited a little bit. I know that Hunter Tower was the entirety of Wily Tower, but... Oh, this level. This part of Hunter Tower. For anybody unfamiliar, I played a fan game called Make a Good Mega Man Level 3 a while back. And I guess that's also where the whole Indestructible thing comes from. Grim had submitted a level. It was, it had many bosses in it. And bosses, and one of them was a modification of that boss we just saw. But more to the point of what I was getting at here, one of the low tier levels that got low points was basically a recreation of the entirety of Wily Tower here. And without the mini bosses, and this section with this music and this graphical tile set and this everything was very painful. This is bringing back bad memories. Bad memories of like an hour and a half's worth of streaming just to get through this one level. At least I'm pretty sure I know the layout top to bottom by now. Bam. Okay. Okay, Boulder Scene was from Raiders. Yeah, that sounds about right. Playing Wily Wars after Mega Man 3 to get variants of PTSD never fathomed before. True. We're hitting levels of PTSD that shouldn't even be possible. It's not that bad when you first played it. Oh, of course. Like, this isn't actually, like, all that bad, all things considered, but I would recommend going back and playing the game that we're talking about, the fan game that I was talking about, Make a Good Mega Man Level 3. It is genuinely a really amazing fan game. It is so wonderful, and it's a tribute to everything Mega Man. That's great, but, given the fact that the nature of the game was, you know, submissions for judgment that people had made, you're bound to get a couple stinkers, and one stinker is putting the entirety of Wily Tower in one level with secrets to go find and, like, other jank that kind of weighs the level down. It's a brutal experience. Even if you have infinite lives, it takes so long. Hi, Scorebar. Ah, yes, Hunter Tower. Oh, so you are familiar. Glad that somebody else knows. Not exactly thrilled to be back in this level as a result. But hope you're doing well, and hope you're here ready for more Mega Man madness. Hunter Tower was also worse because the only weapon you had access to was Ice Wall. Oh yeah, it was boring in addition. Imagine having to do this whole thing with just, you know, Buster only. Kinda crappy. I mean, even doing this section Buster only is kinda crappy because Hammer Joes, they waste your time. Having Metal Blade to cut through them is a godsend. Bum ba dum bum bum bum. Ooh, hold on. Leaf Shield might be good for this. Oh, it doesn't pierce through the eggs, damn it. That would have been fun. Why can't I have fun? Topspin doesn't even work against these guys. Man, there's no pseudo-piercing on anything anymore. That sucks. Most Joes are prone to wasting your time. They are, but I think Hammer Joes are extra prone to wasting your time because not only are, you know, they invincible for much of what they do, they also, you know, have the downside of a projectile that also gets in the way of your shots and makes it so that you can't, like, you know, fire things rapidly, and they might block your way. I don't know. For me, for my money, Hammer Joes are my most hated type of Joe. I really hate Hammer Joes. They take so much time out of my day. It's pretty sad. At least I get to roleplay as Bomb Man and excavate my way through the tadpole eggs. That's pretty fun. Anything good there? Nope. Weapon energy. And more weapon energy. Cool. Things I could have just gotten from the tadpoles. Hey, D. Welcome. Unfortunately, can't stick around for much. Have fun storming the tower. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm glad you could pop in for a little bit. Crystal Joe's even more wasting my time. See, I don't agree with that because Crystal Joe's you can at least just take out in one good charge shot. Hammer Joe's you just don't have the option to take them out in one hit with anything. Best you can do is Gemini Laser or Hard Knuckle in 2 hits. Like, your time is being wasted whether you like it or not against Hammer Joe's. Crystal Joe's just okay. Yeah, you have to wait for their first shot, but after that, just bam, one charge shot, they're gone. It's not that big of a deal. At least to me. Or even then, you have special weapons available. You could charge kick your way through them. You could gravity hold your way through them. several other weapons I'm probably not thinking of you could just use. When I'm in a wasting time competition and my opponent is a Joe. True. It's very hard to find another enemy that wastes your time more than Joe's in the Mega Man series. I really can't think of one. Maybe Big Eye, but Big Eye is less of a waste of your time and more of a waste of your health. Our Knuckle does it in one hit, actually? Oh shit, true. I kind of forgot about that. Alright, well still, then Hard Knuckle's still slow. It definitely brings my argument down a couple notches, but Hard Knuckle is still slow and sucks to use, so. Okay, I really hate that Crash Bomb decides that it needs to, like, it goes, whoop. It doesn't actually stick to the ledge in this version. Like, that sucks. Like, come on. How else am I supposed to use this thing? Try charge kicking through Crystal Joes. I was just giving a hypothetical. Oh, right, and this section, the slowdown. Hold on, I know it can make it even worse. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Oh shit, and he's actually kind of weak to it too. This works. Two can play at that game. You can make me make monkey noises, and I can make you while you are monkey. Yeah, Crash Bomb does the Doom Rocket Warp thing. It's stupid. I suppose while everyone's gathered here, I might as well say that I'm not entirely sure if I'm streaming next week. You know, we're finishing up both the Wily Wars and the Doom community submissions this week. That does mean I have to come up with 2 thumbnails for the next 2 things I'm doing, which will be Sequel Wars and Shadow Generations. And while, you know, throwing a pretty, like, simple thumbnail together wouldn't take too long, you know, it could take a while, and having to also think about, you know, getting all the stream setup correct and everything. I don't know. It might just be easier for me to do that, take a little off, because I also have some things I need to get done, you know, just in my personal adult life. So, for this weekend, so I think a lot of it's going to depend on if, because I have Juneteenth off on Thursday, so I'll be spending time, like, working on thumbnails and getting all of my stuff in order for the streams. If I can get a lot of things done on Thursday, then we're probably on for streaming. If not, then maybe we'll just skip next week, and maybe I'll just hang out in Discord instead. But I don't know, that depends, still very up in the air, may or may not. I'll just pay attention to the schedules, and we'll see. Have you ever wondered why that... Let me try that again. Have you ever wondered why every time the Robot Masters die, they always turn into beams of light? My hypothesis is that they're so damaged, their core temperatures spike really high, and either due to just general heat being produced and not exhausting very well, or like electrical wires hitting the wrong spots and causing the metal inside of them to heat up to a very high degree, they start emitting black body radiation, which is, you know, the effect of metal glowing and being a very hot color of some kind. And so the little rays of light come out of that come out of them, you know, are going through like the little holes in the body that came out when you shot them. And that's being emitted. And then the little balls of light that come out, I mean, I don't know, that's just... that's just visual effect, that's artistic shorthand for, you know, blowing the hell up. And lots of scrap and debris going everywhere. Alright, we are already at the end of Wily Tower? Okay. This went faster than I thought it would be. Might have to, come up with something to vamp for a little while. Okay, so, one homing missile, very annoying to deal with. I mean, it's just one of them, but still, this thing is kind of tanky. And also very fast. All right, Wily's not screwing around this time, it seems. This, can you stop? Can I get, like, a break from the missile, please? Try to do this Buster only for a little bit. That'll maybe extend the time of the stream. And okay, yeah, no, there's I have problems with this this phase. There is not a lot of space to actually work around the missile here. Yep. Okay, and got that, and then it's gonna come back, and then, okay, can't do anything. Lands on my head. Good theory. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes it pays to be a scientist. Which actually, speaking of the science stuff, you know what's actually cool? Is that, my drinking glue reaction video, to the Nile Red video where he turned alcohol into glue, that's actually been doing really well in the analytics lately, and I think that is neat, and I wanted to mention it because it's kind of cool that, like, my science stuff is actually considered interesting, by, well, maybe not everybody in the core audience here, but, you know, at least people at large watching the streams. So, like, you know, people actually want to see a little bit of science guy reacts to other science guy. And dodge that. Okay, cool. Now, come on. Really? The blocks still have a hitbox even after they're knocked out of the way? This is not a fun phase. This sucks. He's, like, super invincible. He's not very vulnerable. You got this one missile chasing after you constantly. It goes at, like, Mach 10. And the big feet keep getting in the way. And I missed that, and the invincibility frames don't help against those guys. Yeah, this is kind of, this boss's die. Much easier with the Genesis slowdown, true. It's probably designed for that. I'm using a lot of E-tanks in this phase. Yeah, this phase is kind of nasty. I could use Thunder Beam. It would be alright, but, well, we're only a minute and 12 into the stream, and I got lives, so... Might as well try to do some show-offy stuff, right? Oh, God. The space is so tight here. They're covering the vulnerable spot. That, even with the leg and back, too. That's mean. That's so mean. I mean, on the one hand, it's like, oh, you don't want to destroy the missile because he's just going to spawn another one anyways. But on the other hand, it's like, well, no, it really, really gets in the way a lot of the time. So, like, you do want to destroy it. At least partially. Oh, come on! Oh, I heard it blow up. If you can intercept it with a couple of shots, then that helps get things a little bit easier. Alright, I'm kind of finding a strategy. All the extra Wily Wars iframes doesn't exactly help either. Oh, well, it's gonna hit me here. Okay. Right, and then it's gonna loop around me there. And then I can... Okay. Oh, okay, it does seem to... Okay, I was going to dodge that. What I do remember about this boss distinctly is that it does get just easier as the phases go on. Like, I think this is like the hardest phase. And then afterwards, the only thing you have to really worry about in like the Wily capsule phase is if, Wily like lands on you through an RNG call. Yeah, I know, stream started pretty quickly when we just got to Wily. Like, this is not the... Wily Tower wasn't very long. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, right? Like, it's only 6 levels compared to, like, you know, a full game. Fan made an 8-bit version of this would just instantly die at phase 1. That's it. That's a shame. I wouldn't like that to happen. There's so much Wily to explore. We can't just leave him to, you know, die as a joke. I would really like to... I would really like this not to be here, though. Oh my god, if the missile, like, just spawns in the wrong spot, it just absolutely is the most inconvenient thing you can possibly think of. Also, the slowdown is kind of eating my inputs a little bit. And now it's perfectly poised to, like, circle around the blocks now. That's messed up. Okay, we're not getting this one. I think maybe the strategy, like, has to do with you want to bait the missile on the middle block, because it seems that when it spawns on the middle block, it's maybe a little bit easier to get circling around you. What is my opinion on the dead internet theory? I mean... I don't necessarily think that the internet will entirely just be replaced by all bots talking to all bots. That's a little bit crazy and extremist. I think it's more or less the concept of the dead internet theory that is, you know, a better thing to think about. As like a, you know, like a parable, a warning hypothetical kind of thing, right? Like, you know, like we think about it in the fact that it's basically just like, you know, what if enshittification gets really, really extreme, and that's just like the logical endpoint of everything being some kind of just, you know, shitty customer service centric. Ooh, look at this new little doodad and feature, like. That's all it becomes. It's just more of like, okay, well, the internet is completely corporatized, there's no soul left to it, pack it up, boys, we're done, kind of thing. I don't think it's going to ever be, like, just completely like, okay, well, there's nothing left of the internet, there's no people ever on it, but there will probably be a certain point where there will be as much, like, you know, fake people as there are people, if things continue. Damn this missile. Okay, I'm getting really sick of trying to make this fight fair. Even if I have lives to burn. This just sucks. Kinda had something going as far as a pattern is concerned on one run, but every time you destroy the missile, here's another big tanky one ready to take you on. And a block that just wants to fall on your head for some reason. Alright, screw this. It's elect beam time. My desire to stall out the stream has been countered by my desire to get revenge on this piece of software. Yeah, losing soul is sadly a part of every single industry now. The creativity has been sucked out of basically everything at this point. It's a crying shame. Unless you get a cool indie developer, then, you know, there's really nothing left. It's really one of the main reasons why I mostly only play indie games, fan games, and old games. It's just because, like, you know, it sucks to play anything new at this point. Like, it's just, you know, most of the time it's just kind of the same tired crap. And, you know, everything down to like, oh, well, this game has to appeal to everybody. And it's like, okay, that's not it's a noble goal, but like it also means you're appealing to like nobody, so. Ow. Okay, so he does do something to discourage me from just standing here the whole time. I see. Then, whoop. Ow. Not quite. Alright, this phase is a lot easier than the previous one. Whoa, okay, his arm has a hitbox too, I didn't know that. How about the YouTube Shorts content, especially the brain rot featuring Italian brain rot? I stick very far away from the brain rot content, thank you very much. I like my memes, but I don't know. I don't get stuck scrolling shorts for, you know, minutes, even hours on end, like some of my friends do. It's just like, why? This isn't good. Like, there's short form content that like is good, or you know, it's like just fine. It's like a short YouTube video, but like, you know, otherwise it's like there's not really much to write home about. Time Brain Not Now. Before that, it was Elsa Gate. Oh god, don't remind me of that. And then Gmod vids, YouTube poops, and so on. Yeah, there's always some brain rot, but I don't know. The modern flavor is particularly not enjoyable. I guess that might just be because I'm, you know, it's not meant for me anymore. It's meant for Gen Alpha. No longer the hippest and youngest generation I am. Slide. And get up. Alright. Ow. Okay, that's quite annoying. The arms still have a hitbox, but I guess it's just, I have to get used to it. Okay, so if it does the big circle, then you stand there. If he just does a wind-up punch, then you go to the corner. And then you hop up and watch for the second punch, and he has a second punch, and you're supposed to hop down, but I didn't have time to react to that. Oh, hello, Zerter. It's been a long time. How are you doing? Hope you're doing pretty swell. We are nearing the end of Wily Tower and the Wily Wars here. It's been a pretty good game so far. I've enjoyed the classic, or the remakes of the classic games. I think that it's they're generally better than their original counterparts, but you know, outside of Mega Man 1, not huge improvements. This, the final boss here of Wily Tower, though, is kind of... Okay, first of all, fuck off. That worked last time. Second of all, yeah, no, the Wily Tower final boss here is kind of dampening my spirits a little bit. The first phase is bullshit, the second phase is stall, and I'm pretty sure the third phase is, not really that interesting. Been playing a lot of things? Well, spin us a yarn. What you been playing? You might be interested in the fact that I'm thinking of playing Freedom Planet relatively soon. Not like next game kind of thing, but I'm thinking after I beat Shadow Generations, which is next up on the docket to replace Doom. I'm planning on probably playing Freedom Planet. So, I don't know. Could be cool. A lot of people on the internet making fun of the CDI games. Oh yeah, I mean the CDI games are excellent YouTube poop content. I saw recently there was I can't remember the channel name, but somebody uploaded a, like, you know, Morshu voice line mashup thing called My Final Sale, which is meant to be some kind of Deltarune Part 3 question mark cover, and it has some genuinely really good lyrics within it, some really good songwriting. Fuck, okay. Hold on. I guess I'm trying to focus. Okay, that makes sense when he punches up like that, and then you just go in the corner here, and then you jump onto him. It's when he double punches when you're trying to get up is what doesn't make any sense. And I missed. Okay. I suppose if I just took the short and, like, very, very patient, it wouldn't be that hard, but... Patience is not exactly my virtue. I think, so let's see, what are my favorite lines of, like... Fuck off. One, I slid there. Bullshit. Two, second, come on! Why is this such a chore? The entirety of Wily Tower before this was not this difficult. Like, I'm not even bothering with the first phase to Buster only it. You missed it, but like, I tried for like a good 20 minutes or so. Maybe not 20 minutes. Maybe like a good 10 minutes to try and do this, but like, between the invincibility frames on the, you know, hip joint and the fact that the missile takes 3 hits to kill. Yeah, no, I'm not spending all my time here. Oh, I might actually be because I'm out of elect beam. Cool. It's weak to spark shock by any chance? It is weak to spark shock. Oh, the missile's also weak to spark shock. Oh my god, we found a use for spark shock, everybody. And guess what? It's against another boss. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know I have tanks. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm trying to give the boss a little bit of a fair shot, you know? I guess I should stop bothering with that. I mean, I have 1 life left. I'll just use it on the next life. Can you... Why does Mega Man's head feels like it gets stuck when I jump over here? Wait a minute, it does! What the hell's over here? What am I blocked by? There's an invisible something off in the corner there. That's kind of horseshit. Okay, there we go. Just take this nice and simple, or nice and slow, super easy. Just focus. Don't care about how long it takes. Okay, that's rude. That's very rude, in fact. That if you stand in the safe spot, you get hit. I don't remember that happening previously. Maybe I was standing too close. Yes, I was standing too close last time. Alright, this is the perfect safe spot between these 2 fucking blocks. Okay. And he goes again. Alright. Okay, and finally, chance to actually shoot him. Go further, go further. Okay, whew, that was close. Sorry, I've got to focus instead of looking at the chat. It's the boss door that's maybe... Huh. I could maybe see the boss door being a weird hitbox. The fact they didn't translate it super well to the screen changing height. But, aw, come on. Alright, fine, whatever. I don't want to be here for that much longer. Tank it up. Jala, Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. You've played Mega Man with 3 on hold. Didn't play very well. Alright, cool. Decent little spread there. As you may have noticed, I've been playing a lot of Doom on this channel. Doom's been fun, although I'm about to switch off to Shadow Generations here soon. We've been throwing through some community submissions. So people have submitted a handful of maps for me to play, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, a couple more tomorrow to get through. Alright, time for Wily's broken piece of crap bomb dispenser. That just occasionally falls down, correct? It's like after, God, how many bombs? Slide, Mega Man, please. Okay. Slides right down onto me. Excellent. Is it like a distance thing, perhaps? Does he always slide down if you make him go across the whole screen, or is it just like a total distance type thing? No, it just seems to be like a total distance type thing. Alright. And he can just do that to you. Excellent. Alright, I think I remember it's like if you... Full... Slide, Mega Man, please. If you do like a full 4 screens... Oh, no, okay. It's maybe like 2 screens worth? He'll always fall down? So 1, and then it's roughly 2, so he should fall down shortly? Yeah, okay, so it's roughly something like that. Like 2 screens worth of flying, and then he'll fall down. So this is almost 2, and now this is 2. Alright, yep. And still does that. Okay, whatever. Just tank it up. Yeah, no, I remember some of this boss being absolutely this dumb. I have seen this boss before, though never actually played it. It's not the most elegant thing in the world. I don't remember all the phases being this bad, though. I just remember I remember this phase being kind of stupid like this and time-wasty, but I don't remember the first, like, 2 phases actually being a challenge for people. But I guess I'm here to prove something different. Am I gonna play both campaigns of Shadow Generations? Do you mean, like, Sonic Generations plus Shadow Generations, or just Shadow Generations? I didn't know there were multiple campaigns to it. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna kind of play the game because enemy of the channel, friend of mine, Undercover Defective, has wanted me to play it for a while. So, you know, I oughta, I guess. So I don't know. I'll just get into it and I'll see. And the tower collapses. Yeah, I guess it is Sonic X Shadow Generations, but still. It's not something I think of. I'm not sure if I'll do this. I'm not entirely sure if I'll do the Sonic Generations part yet, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. I know I'll start with Shadow Generations because I know my friend wants to see it more than anything, but... Well, that was a very unceremonious end to Wily Tower and the Wily Wars. I gotta say, the Wily Tower was definitely, like, the weakest part of this. It was kind of cool to be able to use a whole roster of different weapons, which I'm very sad is not in more parts, or in more titles. Like, they never thought to reuse that idea, but, yeah, Wily Tower also just kind of wasn't really there. The level design was not as good as the other level, as like the original NES kind of stuff. And the bosses also were not up to the par either. And that last level, like, the level itself may as well have not existed. And then fighting Wily Machine, that was a very, very annoying Wily Machine. Honestly, that one, for all the shit I talked about Mega Man 9's Wily Machine, that one might be tougher because of how dumb the first phase is with its missiles, and then how precise you kind of have to stand for the second phase, and then how much time is wasted on the third phase. It's, I don't know. I'm sure with maybe the more experience, more patterns, if I had some save states and a lot of time to burn, I could probably figure something out, but it was annoying, to say the least. It's the Mega Man V outro? Oh, true. I guess it is. We get a recap of the robots and Mega Man running after Wily for help. And he trips on a rock. Wily broke his shin, and that's it. That's game over for Dr. Wily. Series wrap on him. Oh, come on, Mega Man. Can't you look up and shoot the saucer? What's the difference between the other tower with this tower, huh? I'm not sure what you mean. You mean between Hunter Tower with this tower? Hunter Tower was like an assembly of like all 5 of the levels in that tower. All 4 of the levels in that tower. It was really long, had more secrets, no extra weapons besides Ice Wall. It was crap. At least they improved topspin. Yeah, no, like I was saying, like the actual games themselves were pretty improved on overall. I liked a lot of the games themselves for the Wily Wars, but like, you know, the actual little Wily Tower thing at the end there, yeah, that was kind of lackluster and a little bit of a souring experience. I'll have to play it again sometime, a couple times, to maybe get a better feel for what I can do and the fun stuff I can do with having 22 weapons at my disposal, but, you know, oh well, it was fun to have some original extra content, right? Why not? You imagine doing a Wily Tower-esque game with multiple weapons. Utilities would be much easier to do via the Megamix engine, where most of the data is already pre-programmed. True. But doing something like this from the ground up, yeah, you can see why maybe it's not a great idea given all the things that you have to consider. Yeah, I suppose if you have to really think of it from the ground up, you're like, okay, well, how do I design around the player potentially having any 8 of 22 weapons, and then having to, you know, shoot or design your levels around all the different weapon patterns that could be, and then thinking about, well, what do the enemies from the 3rd game, like, what do they want to, what do I want to make their vulnerabilities to, you know, compared to, like, the ones of the 2nd game, and, yeah, or the weapons in the 2nd game, yeah, it's a lot to think of, so I could see why maybe it didn't execute super well in Wily Tower, but, you know, clearly the point of this game was to remake the first 3 NES games, and I think that they succeeded overall. I think that the quality of the NES game, of the remakes is better than the original NES games. I still think that it was like Mega Man 1, biggest improvement, 2, smaller improvement, 3, kind of side grade trade-offs depending on how you feel about it, but I like it more. So it succeeded on what it, you know, originally set out to do. Of course, this is the version of the game with less slowdown, the modern re-release, but, you know, it still probably would have been playable with the more slowdown edition. Oh, you were making a joke, Chris, about how penisy the tower was. I see. It was a Wily War, true. And there's, like, several more of them, too. Wily Wars a lot in these games. In fact, he wars at least, like, what we have, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and base. So just thinking of what most would consider the mainline games 9 more times, and then we have other things like Base 2, and, like, Mega Man Soccer, and all the other weird spin-offs, so yeah, Wily do be warring. It's kind of his main thing. Guess we'll see with Wily Wars 2. Yeah, no, seeing the sequel wars is going to be pretty awesome, honestly. I've seen the Mega Man 4 sequel wars a little bit, or a good bit. I've seen Pink Kitty Rose play through it entirely once, but it was more on her, like, shuffler stream, so I didn't catch all of it. I know that it's pretty cool, all things considered, and the music is very nice in that. It's maybe a little bit XE, which some people like, some people don't, but I think I'll like. And then, I don't know what is available of Mega Man 5 yet in the sequel wars, but I think it would be pretty fun to play, regardless. Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, you considered canon? I mean, it's definitely canon, it's just that it's like, I don't know. Is it Classic Series? I'm not sure. I think the Game Boy series, it's entirely its own thing, but, you know. If you got your favorite, yeah, we'll get to DOS games one of these days. When I need an April Fool's joke, I'll boot up Mega Man DOS. What you see in the Mega Man sequel wars, the devs loved adding in Easter eggs related to various glitches you can do in the NES, which you appreciate. Yeah, no, I've seen those too, where it's like in the Cossack stage where you use wire to fly above the stage. You can do it once, and you'll get a fun cutscene. If you do a second time, you die. So that's funny. And then, you know, trying to kill Wily with Brain Flush. Like, that was the perfect way to implement that Easter egg without also introducing the soft lock into the game. Where it's just like, instead of Wily exploding, he puts up a little umbrella and, like, eyebrows at the player. It's like, I know what you just tried to do, and then flew off screen. It's perfect. Breaking the fourth wall for the best of, you know, to the best possible effect. No notes. They did code that in. There's a lot of fun additions to Sequel Wars. I'll be sure to show as many off as I can. I didn't I knew that the drill bomb deleting the Taco Trash collision box, I don't remember what they did with it, so I'll be excited to try it again and see what changes when that happens. Yeah, so I don't know. I could do something for 20 extra minutes to pad out the stream, but like I don't really have anything else to do necessarily. Like, we did everything here in, you know, Mega Man, the Wily Wars. I don't have any other games to boot up, so I don't know. We could just chat for a little while. I'm fine with just talking. If we run out of things to talk about, we can do other stuff. Gotta play the other SEGA Mega Man game on Game Gear. Oh, we'll get to Game Gear Mega Man eventually. They will get there. I need to play all the Mega Man jump and shoot games at some point. But maybe we'll return for SEGA Madness another time. Even Drill Bomb messing up with the segmented boxes in Dustman stage. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Segmented boxes in Dustman stage. Oh, like the pseudo disappearing blocks in his stage. I didn't know that I didn't remember Drill Bomb messing those up, but we'll have to see if they actually hold that within Sequel Wars, because I don't know. If there's more fun glitches that they're kind of, you know, being Easter egg faithful to, I think that'll be fun to see. A lot of screen crunch in that game on the Game Gear. I mean, yeah, as to be expected, right? Like, Capcom was pretty rough about, let me get back out of here. There you go, I just want to put on some different music. Capcom was kind of rough about a lot of their, reports, right? Like, or their Game Boy, and, yeah, that music works, okay. What am I trying to say? They're pretty rough about their, like, more, handheld game, with the screen crunch. They were really rough about that. Like, the Game Boy games, they kind of work within the limits. They're not too bad. But then you get to, like, I mean, Mega Man Zero has a lot of screen crunch. That game would be a lot better if there wasn't screen crunch, or that series would be a lot better if there wasn't screen crunch. So I definitely expect the Game Gear to also be pretty rough on that aspect, and I have no idea what they did with the Wonder Swan. That's gonna be interesting to take a look at eventually. Yeah, no, they kind of screwed up a lot of things by doing that. I'm so glad that Capcom kind of learned their lesson with screen crunch by the time they got to Mega Man ZX. Like, I can actually play ZX, and I don't feel like I'm straining my eyes, or like, you know, I'm struggling to dodge around things that are just off screen. I think they finally fixed that when they got to the DS era. Game Gear's Cursed as an official title. Oh boy. Built from the ground up by developer US Gold. Oh, that's rough. I know US Gold. I don't remember from what game I remember US Gold, but I do remember that they were not exactly a shining company on the hill. They made a lot of garbage, and I don't know. I have to play something from them in my future. That's not good. Yeah, okay, so I was thinking of the correct block Zerter. I just didn't remember exactly what the drill bombs did to those. Maybe they deleted the hitboxes for all I remember. They probably did. Yeah, Chris, definitely agree with US Gold's being crap. Suzuki Hero 6 is better than Mega Man Game Gear. True. Phoenix Games. Wonder Swan, you need to flip the console vertically for Aircon Man stage. Well, I best hope that Wonder Swan emulation figure is able to do that for me, because they're, unless I want to pay, like, I don't know, $500 for some official retro console and then figure out what fucking capture card works for the Wonder Swan, I don't think that we're gonna have much luck otherwise. US Gold thanks to Guru Larry. There we go. I remember that now. Thanks to Guru Larry. That's right. That's where I've heard that name. Heard that company from before. And it's the British version of LGN. Yeah, that's funny you bring up LGN, because that's the other, like, really shitty game publisher I remember from, like, the NES days. I watched, I watched a smaller YouTuber game reviewer called Aqualung Game Reviews, and he did a lot of like, really retro stuff, like a handful of NES games, but mostly would do like Atari 2600 to 7200 type games, as well as maybe like the occasional like DOS game or like C64 type thing. He was really good at like digging to some of the like the truly old stuff. And he had, kind of a dry sense of humor and delivery. I liked what he did. And he did reviews of a lot of crappy LJN games. My favorite thing is probably when he was reviewing probably the best LJN game being Jaws for the NES. He starts off the review basically by saying like, so how good is the game? Well, the title screen says it's made by How good is the game? Well, the official box art says that LJN made the game, so we're already off to strike one, and we haven't even opened the game yet, so that's not a good sign. Yeah, the original shitty game publisher. Yeah, I got it from a completely different source. Crazy. You actually like Jaws in the NES? It's not great, but you feel like you could do worse? Yeah, I mean, that review overall, like, looking at the game, I saw it, and it was like, yeah, he gave it like a C- in the end, and I kind of agreed. Like, it was not cinema, but it had a fairly understandable gameplay loop. You went down to environments, you shot enemies, you collected shells, you got currency, you upgraded your stuff, and you went and shot things better for more shells, easier. It was kind of almost like it had like the idle game loop without being an idle game, and it's competent enough gameplay. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's at least fine. It's not a game I'm really particularly interested in playing one day, but I don't know. For some reason, everyone in the future wants to convince me to play it. Maybe it'll be like a sub goal or something whenever I start, doing those, so. Yeah. You shall fade away. It was nice to have you here, Scorebar. Thank you very much for attending. Maybe next week we'll be back with Sequel Wars, maybe the week after. Laughing, joking, numbnuts. It's an all right. You want to play Acrolash, Chris? You missed it on Friday. We were doing horrible at Acrolash in Quiplash. We were not doing very well. No one was funny. Well, we were kind of funny, but wasn't really. No one came up with great acronyms. Then again, I played Cheetah too, so yeah, your perceptions are pretty warped. Have I ever played Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers? Let me look that up. I don't think that I ever have. So I'm thinking all I ever played, the only thing that comes to mind when Sonic Racing is mentioned is like, it was, what was it called again? You all correct me on this every single time I say it, but it was like the kind of Doom Engine Sonic something Kart Blast, something like that. Sonic Kart Blast. That's not the game, but I don't remember what it's called. I didn't like the game, so I didn't bother remembering it. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. Yeah, Sonic Robo Blast 2. There you go. It doesn't have anything to do with karts, so that's why I can't remember it. Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. Technical Kart Racer. Other stuff. Let me look at this little trailer. Oh no, I've never played it. It looks kind of interesting. Very much more Mario Karty than the Sonic Robo Blast actually was. It looks kind of neat, honestly. It's maybe, something I could consider if maybe some of my friends ever bothered me to play the game. But, I don't know, kart racers tend to have never been my thing. Like, I'm not even a really big Mario Kart person. Mostly because doing good in Mario Kart just guarantees somebody's going to hit you with a blue shell and you're not going to have any fun. And then, I don't know, other racing games just tend not to appeal to me. I don't know, it's just kind of like either you're winning or you're not winning. And there's... outside of driving a little bit better, there's not too much you can do. It's kind of also like Smash Brothers in that way, right? Where it's like usually if you have like one or two people at the function that are way better than everybody else at the game, then like screw you, I guess. You're not gonna have fun tonight. So like it's not my thing. Otherwise known as Cart, true. It went Doom Legacy, Sonic Robo Blast 2 to Robo Blast 2 Kart / Ring Racers. Oh, okay, so Ring Racers is like the development. I see. It's the next in line. Fair enough. Might be actually interesting to play them with the extra development in it. Because, yeah, the Robo Blast 2 really wasn't my thing. It just felt like everybody felt like they were driving like a fucking tugboat. They had so much momentum and inertia to them. It was hard to stop. Rare was the one who made the Donkey Kong Country, while Atlas made the Persona franchise. Oh god, for a second I confused Atlas for Titus. You know, the Bubsy people. That's a big mistake. Those are two completely different devs and publishers altogether. Unfair to make fun of LJN because LJN was just the publisher of the game. Rare and Atlas were the ones who made them. Yeah, I suppose. It is technically unfair, but still, publishers signing off on things. The fact that they managed to make their brand have notoriety for publishing crap is, it's not a good thing. Ugh. Atlas also made Dokapon Kingdom. Oh, cool. The game where we all get to, you know, hate each other. Epic. Mario Party, but more evil. Let's see. I don't know. I think that's probably gonna wrap it up for me tonight then. So yeah, I don't know. Thanks for coming and see Wily Wars, everybody. I thought this was fun. I will probably revisit the game to play things that replay the original 3 Mega Man games. Yes, thank you, Grim, for the reminder that we do in fact have a channel Discord. If you are not in that channel Discord yet, you can always find the link in the description. It would be fun to see more people there. We post about Mega Man and other memes, and our resident member D Prototype loves to Tedo post. So if you like Kasane Tedo, you'll see plenty of Kasane Tedo. You know, we do other stuff around there. Like on Friday, we just had a 1-year celebration of 1 year of streaming. We played Jackbox. So if you want to, you know, get in on the occasional community thing, or, you know, listen to other stuff and other community participation, then yeah, you know, you can do that. Don't mind the thing that Grim just said. That's not relevant. That doesn't happen anymore. We're totally normal, just us guys. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Yeah, there's a Discord. Please go down in the description and find the link. You'll be able to join our Discord and stay up to date with everything and see me post about funny stuff. So yeah, it'll be good. Tomorrow we'll be wrapping up the Doom Community Submissions Night, so we'll be able to wrap up, you know, get through the last couple levels that were submitted by, I believe we have one from Chris, one from Brainlit, and one on the just general polls that we put out, and then a couple of maps for filler in case we don't actually get up to 2 hours. So yeah, it'll be a good time. And then either next week or in 2 weeks we'll be back with Sequel Wars and with Shadow Generations. So that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thanks everybody, and I will talk to you all later. Keep it breezy, I guess, is the advice for the tip of the day. All right, bye everyone.